Dear everyone, Assalamu alaikum. We have 7.4 classifying the numbers into composite and prime. So let's start. Number, it's composite or prime. So a composite, it has more than two factors. What do I mean by that? Let's see examples. 8, 6, 12, 16 are all examples of composite numbers. Why that? Let's remember a number like 8 equals 1 times 8. 8 equals 2 times 4. So basically all of these are factors of 8. 1 and 8 are factors. 2 and 4 are factors. So I have 4 factors of 8, so I call it composite number. Same thing for 6, 12, 16. Find the factors for each. You will find that they are all composite numbers. Let's see the prime. Prime has only 2 factors. Example, 3, 5, 7, and more. So let's find, for example, 3. 3 multiplied by 1 equals 3. So 1 and 3 only. 5. 1 multiplied by 5 equals 5. So 1 and 5 only. There are no other factors. So only 2 factors. We call it prime. Okay. More example or more illustration for the idea of composite. Let's go down. What if we have even number or number ends in 0 or 5, or number is divisible by 3. All these things allow us to say that is a composite. Example, any even number will end in the even number, like 12 ends in 2, like 14 ends in 4, like 24 ends in 4, like 32 ends in 2, like 30 ends in 0, like 48 ends in 8. All of these, without I check, are composite, because all of them will have a factor of 2 plus 1 and the number itself. For example, 12 has a factor of 2 Also, it has 1 and 12. So it has more than 2 factors. So it is a composite. I don't care now to find all the factors of the number, but only care to find that it is a composite. Okay? So, of course, 12 has more factors, but I am telling you that it has more than 2. Now, more than 2 means what? More than 2 factors means what? Means that it is a composite. So for any even number, it will be divisible by 2. It has a factor of 2. So we call it composite. Any number which is even will be a composite number. What about a number ends in 0 or 5? That will have a factor of 5 because it is divisible by 5. For example, 35. For example, 25. For example, 15. All of them, they have a factor of 5. This will have a factor of 5. 1, 5, 25, and other factors, of course, for 15 and 35. Okay? So, all of them, they have a factor of 5 other than the one and the number itself. So more than 2 factors. More than 2 factors means what? Composite. So any number, okay, any number ends in 0 or 5, add another 30. Also, it has a factor of 5 because 5 times 6 equals 30. Any number ends in 0 basically has a factor of 5 because it is divisible, in that case, divisible by 5. Okay? Let's go on. The last thing we have is the divisibility of 3. Like, is the number divisible by 3? How we check that? For example, find the number like this, 111. This number, we don't know if it's divisible by 3 or not. But if we add all the digits, 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. 3 in table of 3. Yes. So 3 is a factor. 3 is a factor. So I'm not caring for finding all the factors. I only care to check if that number has a 3 as a factor or not. How is that? I add all the digits like this, then I check if in the table of 3 or not. If yes, that is a factor of 3. So factors of 111 will be 1 and 111, of course, and 3 is one of them. If 3 is one of them, then this number is not a prime number because it has more than 2 factors. So 111 is a composite. So if you check the divisible by 3 and you find that the number is divisible by 3 by that way for each number, you will find that if it has a factor of 3, so it is composite. for other example of not finding, example 43. 43 is a number that is not even. Also, this number not ending 0 or 5. Also, this number has no 3 factor. I tell you why now, because I add 4 plus 3 equals 7, and the 7 is not in table of 3. So we see that that number in that case is prime. It is not composite. So applying all the rules we have, not even, not ending in 0 or 5, has no 3 as a factor. By adding the digits and check if they are on the table of 3, we see that the number is prime. So reaching that point, dear students, we find that we have finished our lesson, and I'm still with you in further videos, inshallah.